Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Committee of Adjustment meeting for October 20th. I'd like to call to order. The chair, I want to like to take a toll of the members. It's Jim Boscario.
Here.
Valentina Brunoni.
Here.
Vince Marcotte.
Here.
And Ryan Tuff and Alan Burgess. I am the acting chair for the evening, Teresa Nicodemo. All applications are subject to a 20-day appeal period. Any persons desiring to appeal a decision of this Committee of Adjustment may, upon request in writing to the secretary, receiving a copy of the decision to be used for an appeal. The fee for filing an appeal can be obtained from the Secretary Treasurer. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest or none?
None received.
So noted. I'd like to adopt the minutes from the previous meeting dated August 18. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, Vince, and seconded by Valentina. Carried. Ryan, are there any requests for deferral or withdrawal of any application?
None received.
Okay. And so we will begin with the first application to consider would be file 4120, Roscon Holdings, application for a minor variance for reduced rear yard setback for proposed accessory structure. Ryan, do you like to make a presentation on the variance application?
Yeah, I just need to be able to share my screen.
Pardon me, Ryan?
Yeah, no, we're good. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so as Teresa said, this is a minor variance for a reduced rear yard setback for a proposed accessory structure at 6555 Malden Road. The subject lands are zoned mixed use MU2. Here we have a site plan from the applicant that shows the proposed structure and the zero lot. They've requested the variances. They require the increased area to move equipment, go into the storage shed, and we received no comments or concerns. And then that it's approved with no commitments.
Is there someone here? Is there Mr. McCullough here to speak on the matter?
Yes, Madam Chair, my name is Dan McCullough. I represent Roscon Holdings Limited, which is the owner of 6555 Malden Road. We agree with the recommendations for approval by the administration, and I'm available to answer any questions that you or the committee members may have.
Committee members, do you have any questions for Mr. McCullough? Yes. Jim?
Yes. Dan, hello. It's been a while, eh? How are you handling the roof drainage?
Which, I'm sorry, Jim?
How are you handling the roof drainage when you have zero lot line?
The drainage is already in place to the existing catch basins. The entire yard is asphalted, and there would be uppers that would just simply drain onto the existing asphalt surface.
Okay, am I to assume then it has a shed type roof that's pointing inward towards the parking lot or towards the backyard, I should say?
No, it would, everything would be sloped towards the existing asphalt area.
Right, that's what I meant, yes.
Yeah. Actually, what we're doing, in essence, we have a 6-foot high decorative block wall on the rear lot line, continuous, and it also continues along the north lot line 10 feet high, which was built as a buffer to the existing residential on Rosati Drive. So what we will do is just simply add decorative block to the back of that existing fence to create the wall of the back of the storage shed. So it's going to work out quite well in that respect.
Okay, obviously by that, you've satisfied the fire separation requirements then.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, that's part of the building department's examination process anyway.
Yes, when you get a building permit, that will be addressed
Right.
at that time. Yeah.
So no other questions for Mr. McCullough. Committee members, do you have any questions for administration? None? Okay, having heard any comments or concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public, is the committee ready to make a decision? And is there a motion?
I'll move acceptance.
Okay. Okay, by Jim, seconded by Vince. Okay, so that was passed. Okay, thank you. The second is file 4122, Matthew Poligato, application for a minor variance for an increased height for a proposed accessory structure. And Mr. Tuff, yes, thank you for the presentation.
So we have a minor variance for increased height for proposed accessory structure. Except 20 disputed road. These subject lands are zoned agricultural. Here we have an elevation of the proposed structure that shows 17 feet 8 inches to the midspan of the roof. The proposed accessory structure is intended to be used for agricultural purposes. In our new zoning bylaw, the increased size has been permitted. Height has been limited to 4.5 meters. We recommend that this be approved with no condition.
Is Mr. Poligato or an agent, you may now speak to the matter?
Yes, thank you. This is a building we're looking to build for agricultural purposes at our residence here in LaSalle on 8620 Disputed Road. And we're looking to have it at that height to accommodate larger farm equipment. And it's to have 2 big garage doors on it as well to accommodate the equipment. I'm looking for future use of becoming a farmer. These are intentions I have, and as of right now, I'm trying to build the building to accommodate those intentions.
Maybe member, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. If there are any questions, I'm available to answer them.
Committee members, any questions for Mr. Poligato?
Not for me.
Jim, do you have a question?
No.
And committee members, any questions for Vince, did you have I'm sorry, Vince?
No, to administration.
Yeah, yes, to administration?
Yeah, just a question, Ryan or Alan. Been on the committee just for a couple of years, and way before then, I don't remember roof lines being brought up. Was there something changing in the overall bylaws or official plan or any other documentation? Because we got this application, the next one, and they're both the same. Is there a change from before that's made these people have to come to council or to the committee?
Yeah, so Vince, thank you for the question. In this case, what it was is in our former bylaw 5050, we had a recognition for on properties which were in the agricultural zones that we had the additional height provision. That was not transferred when we brought in the new bylaw 8600. So at this time, there'll most likely be a few minor variances which will have to be looked at and addressed for that issue. I'm expecting that probably in the next 6 months to a year, I would be bringing forward to council a minor housekeeping revisions to try to pick up. There'll be this kind of an issue, and there may be other things that, when we have a new zoning bylaw, there is a tendency to find things which may have been, for lack of better terms, overlooked, and or that really needs to be tweaked. So that will be addressed as part of a future housekeeping amendment. But probably for the next little while, we will have a few more of these coming before the committee for their review and attention.
So I was right, we haven't had any of these forever. And now
That's
we've got
right.
two. And the next one is exactly the same thing.
That's
Thank
correct.
you. Thank you.
So having heard any comments or concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public, is the committee ready to make a decision? And is there a motion?
I would so move the approval or the recommendation as presented.
Okay, so moved by Vince and seconded by,
Second. I'll do it, Teresa.
Val, I can't see you. So Val, okay, sorry, I
yeah,
can see you
yeah,
on the
yeah,
screen.
that's
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Best of luck with the farming. Next file is
Thank you.
412.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. File 4123, James and Leona Hodge. Application for a minor variance for an increased height for a proposed accessory structure. Ryan, do you have a presentation, please?
Okay, so we have a minor variance for increased height for proposed accessory structure at 390 Martin Lane. The subject land is zoned residential 1. Here we have the proposed elevation. And they require the additional height for their boat, and they would like to install a hoist. The land to the rear of this property is zoned agricultural, and it's also designated rural agricultural in the town's official plan with no plans for development in the rear. And we recommend that this application be approved with no conditions.
Thank you. Mr. Hodge or the agent, you may speak to the matter. Please introduce yourself in a brief explanation of your application, and please confirm you have read, understood the staff report.
Yes, hi, I'm Jamie Hodges. I have read the staff report, and I'm asking for the variance to be able to store my boat indoors. Plus I have classic cars and do some of the cleaning work underneath them and that, and require a hoist to do that. A little bit of mechanical work on them.
Mhm. Committee members, do you have any questions for Mr. Hodge? None? Or any questions for administration? Okay, none. Having heard, okay, any comments or concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public? Is the committee ready to make a decision, and is there a motion?
I'll move it. I'll move the motion.
Thank you, Jim. Seconded by Val? Okay, that was passed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Next is file number 4121, Ahmed Sweden, application for consent to create one lot addition. Mr. Tuff, you have a presentation? Thank you.
Okay, so we have a consent application to create one lot addition. So it would be this red portion will be added onto this property. The land is zoned residential 2. Here we have, and from the applicant, which shows that piece again. So it would be part 18 would be going to the part 13, which is also connected with 12, 20, and 19. The proposed lot addition will increase the size of the abutments in the rear and will create a more regular lot line for the home at 6325 disputed. We recommend that it be approved with the conditions of a survey if necessary and an undertaking from these confirming that the lot addition will be joined with the land at the rear.
Thank you. Dr. Tabib, you may now speak to the matter. Please introduce yourself in a brief explanation of your application, and please confirm you have read and understood the staff report.
Thank you very much. Yes, I did read and I understand the staff report, and I appreciate your support to add this abutting piece of land. It's in the back end of abutting neighbor, and it basically straightens the eastern border of our property and gives us a regular shape piece for further future use. I do approve and would like you guys to support the recommendation by the staff members.
Committee members, do you have any questions for Dr. Tabib?
I guess there's a question to administration. I concur with a lot of the application on that. It was just that when I first read it, was to create one lot addition.
Mhm.
And I thought it was creating a new lot, but it's really an addition to one lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's no other lots being created out there. It's just an addition to an existing lot, actually.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Committee members, do you have any questions for administration? Having heard any comments or concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public, is the committee ready to make a decision? And is there a motion?
Also move approval of the application.
Okay, Vince, and seconded by Jim. Okay, that was passed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next meeting date is November 17, 2021. Is there a motion to adjourn? Okay, Jim, seconded by Vince. And that was carried. And the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Sorry, Brian.
thanks, Teresa, for doing this.
Okay, you're welcome.
Ryan, what did, I want to change that document into